from Ford Field in Detroit. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown.
Rodgers pass.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
And a Packer first down.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Rodgers. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
The ball
down right around the 25.
Tackled at the 25.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down. Dillon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brought down right at
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
and it's third down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
On down.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Carry on Johnson.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 16 carries, 84 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them in the top of the list.
Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And then he completes it to Callaway. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. And even 40 yards.
First and 10.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10, Newton again. That's taken in by Callaway. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. 16 yards of first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the red zone now, Newton. It's going to be caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? And back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers sack.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, He's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Newton. And that will be incomplete. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
he's tackled at the
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And I want to give the big guys some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So here come the Lions now. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted by the Packers.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A slant to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Hauschka with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Remaining now for Kenny Galladay. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Antonio Callaway in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
21. Packers 14.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. To return, here's Agnew. And they will wriggle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off play action. Newton. That's complete to a speedy wide-out Goodwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think. And Johnson lost the football. It's always picked up, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays Charles did.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left outside throw complete to Adams.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
24-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones.
Rodgers pass.
7 yards there and a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A 22-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
21. Packers 17.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Johnson on the carry.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They fake the give. Newton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Play action. It's Newton. And he'll find Gallup, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, to bear the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
A 23-yard attempt.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Is good. Makes the score Lions 24, Packers 17.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now Rodgers in the pack, down 24-17, just under 2 minutes to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Room here to run.
Rodgers pass.
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And Newton's going to keep it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
Let's see what they do here in this last sequence. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. A 50-50 ball falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final try now for Rodgers. Incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting.